Good afternoon. Reading through these Bible studies, I found another one where it's not been recorded properly. So I'm reading to you day 61 again, and I hope that it will upload properly this time. I'm looking at ancient sagas from Abraham to Exodus. This is day 61, and it's the story of Jacob's dream at Bethel, commonly known as the story of Jacob's ladder. When Jacob left Beersheba, he headed in the direction of Haran. Because the sun had set when he came to this place, he settled down for the night. He took one of the stones that was there, put it under his head, and lay down there to sleep. And as he dreamt, look, a staircase or ladder set up on the ground, and the top of it reached to the heavens. And look, the angels of God were going up and down on it. And listen to this. Yahweh was standing beside him and said, I am Yahweh, your father Abraham's God and Isaac's God. The land you lie on I want to give to you and to your descendants. And your descendants will be like the dust of the ground, and you will spread abroad to west, east, north, and south, and all the families of the world will bless themselves by you and your descendants. And pay attention. I am with you, and I will look after you wherever you go. And I will bring you back to this country, for I will not let you alone until I have fulfilled my promise to you. At which point Jacob woke up and said, Yahweh really is here, and I wasn't aware of it. And he was fearfully overwhelmed and said, this place is seriously awesome. It really is God's house. It is heaven's gate. So Jacob got up early the next morning, and he took the stone that he had put under his head and erected it as a standing stone and poured oil on the top of it. He called that place Bethel, meaning God's house. Those who know about these things, the biblical scholars and the archaeologists, tell us that Bethel was already a holy place to the Canaanites when Jacob turned up there. It was a place where you could consult God. And one way you might do that was to come into the holy place and sleep there. In the morning, you would report your dreams to a cult priest who would interpret them for you. The symbol of a ladder or staircase to heaven was not common amongst the Hebrews, but it was used in Egyptian royal ceremonies and in Babylonian architecture. It is likely then that this story did not reach its final form until either after the exodus from Egypt or more likely after the Babylonian exile. Jacob had not known God personally before this, and in the story as we now have it, this is the first time Jacob meets God, who descends the staircase to stand beside him. This image later became precious to us Christians, whose faith was not in a God whose attention had to be sought and earned, but a God who, out of undeserved love, came to our rescue. In St. John's Gospel, chapter 1, verse 51, we have sight of this in Jesus' reply to Nathanael's astonishment at being called as a disciple. Honestly, Jesus said, you will see heaven open and God's angels ascending and descending on the Son of Man. Jacob's astonishment at being sought out by God in a place he called God's house and heaven's gate is not the end of their relationship, as we shall see tomorrow. For how many of us does it come as a surprise that the God we hardly know is nevertheless interested in us? It is not our faithfulness to God, but his faithfulness to us that saves us. See you tomorrow.